Okay, folks, today we're going to have a new episode for doing shop lighting. If you'll see right up here behind me, got fluorescent lights. This one's dead. I've replaced the ballast in it a couple years back. Could be the tubes, could be the ballast again. Typical winter conditions. I don't know if you can hear it, but the lights are buzzing pretty good. You know, this one over here is like half on and flashing and causing all kinds of havoc. This one's doing some kind of moray stuff. I mean, all of them are just having a hard time in this colder weather. January here at the homestead. That light I disconnected actually because I wanted to steal the power source for the garage door opener. Yeah, so half dead, not working very well. So I'm going to switch to LED lights. That there represents, I think, 16 different lights in these two little boxes. There's 10 8-footers in this box. Should be some cables, connectors, chains, all kinds of good stuff, all in that one box. And then the smaller box is 4-footers. The smaller box is actually for the garage. I'm going to do those later, but for the shop, I got the 8-footers. And they're made, there's a Chinese company, Barina. Bought these on, oops. Let me just switch the camera around so it's easier to point and shoot. But yeah, Barina, made in China. Don't actually know where the company is, but the actual product is made in China. And I got it from our favorite online store everybody's using nowadays. Delivered. The whole thing is like 250 bucks. I think these were like 150 to 180. These were another 60, I think, something like that. So pretty good deal, really, I think. I couldn't keep these fluorescents running for this kind of money. I went with a 5K lumen. Kind of a softer white light, but still should be plenty bright. I can't remember what the total wattage was of these. I'll pull up the sheet and fill that in when I get into post editing or restart the video and give you that information too. But anyways, these are 5K. The larger the number, the whiter the light. You know, the 6500s are just like operating room lights. You've probably seen it on a couple other videos people have done. But we're going to go with these. I'm going to pull one of these out of the box and just plug it in. There should be a straight plug to put these on, and just plug it into the wall, see what it looks like. Hopefully this weekend I'll have these up, but got a lot of stuff. Got grandkids' birthdays to go to, and yeah, so anyways, we'll see how far we get. There's a look at one of the 8-foot fixtures. The LED strips are covered by this nice little piece of plastic, so it should keep it nice and clean. I know the system should come with some hanging brackets that will go on this back part, and I'll be able to mount it straight to the beams up in the ceiling. It's got a V shape to angle the light in both directions. Yeah, should be pretty interesting. There should be all kinds of accessories up under here. These, yeah, here's the metal clips. So 2 or 3 clips per light. These also have a small connector that they can be joined together end to end. It's a little 3-leaf clover shaped connector. It also has a plug so you can cover that end up. See if I can get one out. I dumped everything out. Yeah, here's the little connector. That's the little butt connector to put 2 lights end to end. I won't be doing it that way in here because I have a support system across the shop, so I'll drill a hole through and run a wire to connect them. But you'll see here on the end of the light, and then you can just put this connector in there. And there's other videos that show you how to do that. I won't be doing that. I might do that in the garage when I put the 4-footers in. Put 2 of them together, maybe. Anyways, so that's that. This is your hardwire application, so you can run it to a switch. That's kind of nice. Little 3-end prong, wire it to it. Now, you know, this is the part where a lot of people will be afraid, right? So, doing your own electrical, oh no. But, you know, hot is your black wire. Your neutral return is the white, and green is ground. Green like the grass is always ground. Your house wiring is going to look exactly like this, so you just wire to wire. Just make sure the circuit's off. You know, if it's on a switch, make sure the switch is down. If it's on the, it's not on a switch and you're just hardwiring it to the house wire, like to an outlet, you want to make sure the circuit breaker's off. But for today, it's just going to go to a switch, and we'll just make sure the switch is in the off position, and we'll wire it in. Anyways, so that's the hardwire application. There should, yep. There's also this they provide, so you can also put this right to a wall outlet. Easy peasy, no fuss, no muss. You might have to get an extension cord to get it up to where you want it, because this thing's probably only about a 6-foot cord. Let's see here. Yeah, pretty short. Not even, that's like 5 feet. My arm span's a little over 6 foot, so and I'm not even stretched out. So anyways, that's like 5-foot cord. But this is what I'm going to use just to test the light, just to see if it works. So I'll just take this one that we already got out. We'll just plug this baby in here. Like, oops. Gotta be careful, that plastic is pretty fragile. Okay. So I don't have to run an extension cord over here because, yeah. Yeah, I tell you, if I didn't already have wiring to where these lights are going to go, I would probably opt to just do this and put it into an outlet and run cords up. Might be the easiest way to go. Let me readjust this camera. It is coming down. Coming down. Coming down. Yeah, a little bit better. Whoa, ho, hey, ho, earthquake, earthquake. This cold weather is messing with my stand, and it is coming apart. All right, can you see the table? All right, so I ran my extension cord. Oh, it's coming apart. Okay, I really got to do something about that. Anyways, I want to show you this light real quick before my stand falls apart. Got a little switch right here on this. Let's clear this off. Should be quite a difference. Whoa, that is bright. I know the camera automatically, that is super bright. That is going to be so nice compared to these. Holy moly, you look at that light that's thrown up. That's one light. One light. This one light is brighter than all of my fluorescents together. Believe it. Look at that. You can see that whole backside of the garage, the shop. That is incredible. Oh, I can't wait to get these installed. Hey, I have got to work on this tripod of mine, but until then, just hang in there and we'll get this on the backside of this video. All right. Wow. Intense. I love it. Okay, so we're mobile here again. So because this light is burnt out, that's the first one I'm going to do. But it's on the same circuit. This whole section of the roof is on the same circuit. And you're upside down, but that's okay. But you get the idea, right? So between that roof truss system and that roof truss system, this section above us is all on the same circuit. So got two lights on this side, and then we got the two lights on this side. I'm just going to turn that switch off, and this will be safe to work on. So I'm actually going to wire it right into that, see that line coming up right there? I'm just going to pigtail it in right there, take this section of light down, and hang the new LED light right there. So let me get prepped. Well, heck, let me go over here and to the light switch, and it should be, let's see, is it that one? That's the one. Perfect. So that's the center section of lights, and so that'll be safe. Here's the wires right here. Pretty simple. Like I said, black is hot, but nothing's hot right now because we got the switch turned off. So we just pull this off. Yeah. There's your hot and neutral. So, just occurred to me, green for ground, right? Well, I got this nut driver. It's green. They're all color coded. I wonder if they did that on purpose, because that fits the ground screw. I don't know. I'm just a DIYer. Just coincidences, I guess. Winky dinks. But get that ground wire out. Yep. Pull that out of there. All right. Now that whole fixture can come down. That's it. So the kit came with 40 clips. Kit came with 40 of these clips. So 10 fixtures. Actually came with 41, so in case you lose one. 4 clips per fixture. That's what we're going to do. All right, so yeah, one screw right through the center hole, straight up into the rafter. Should be pretty quick. And then it just snaps on the back of the fixture, click, and then run some wires to it, done. So it'll take some little measuring here, get this just the way I want it, but we're gonna figure that out and then I'll come right back. Okay, I did a little quick math. Those tubes, they call them 8-foot tubes, they're actually 7'9". So center is 46.5 inches, right? 7'9", half of 7'9" is 46.5 inches. So just under 4 feet, right? Right, 48 is 4 feet. Anyways, so I want the first clip to be 6 inches off of either end. So from center, it's 40.5 inches back. That's where I'm going to get my light fixture centered on that rafter right there. So I'm going to measure out to center and back 40.5 inches, and then every 2 foot 3 inches I put a clip. So that'll be 4 clips spaced 2 feet 3 inches apart, and they'll be perfectly spaced. I wrote it all down so I wouldn't forget. There's the proof. Yep, I know, high tech. So you'll have that for your video should you want to put in these Barina 8-foot lights. Good about wiring this one first too, so you're going to be able to see. I'm going to have the LED one here. I'm going to have this fluorescent one right here. You're going to see them side by side. It'll probably, this LED one's going to wipe that fluorescent one out. Probably going to find I don't even need this many lights in here. perfectly aligned with the 2x6. No hangover whatsoever. Love it. So, give me one of those little wires. Not a lot to work with that little pigtail. But I know when I was looking online, I seen these and they had them in 6-foot lengths extra, of course. I think they were like 15 bucks for 6 or something of them. And I might go back and buy some of them. I might need them. I should actually have some interconnecting cables too, so if I just drill a hole through into the next section, I can wire the next light straight to it. Easy peasy. So anyways, wire this up here real quick. Black to black, white to white, plain copper to the green. Pretty simple. I want to trim them down so they are the same length. For those of you who don't know what wire nuts are, sorry I wasn't showing you earlier. But basically, you pinch the 2 wires together, put them in there, put 2 wires together, shove them up into this hole, and as you screw it, it'll twist those wires together. And this has also got a metal conductor inside of it, so it completes that circuit really solid. I mean, it could still be yanked off, but if it's left untouched, it's pretty good. But you know, I would wrap some tape around this too. Put the 3 together, just hold it real tight, and wrap some electrical tape around that, and it will never come apart. But for today, I'm just gonna twist them together because I think I will put an electrical box up there just for a nice clean installation. And I might buy those 6-foot wires too, just to give me a little bit of play. I don't know. You know, I don't need to spend the money, but you know, appearances and all. Now this Romex wire that the building is wired with, the ground wire is just an exposed copper wire. That's fine. It's just ground. It's completely fine. I gotta show you this. So it's just because the pigtails are so short, the wire is so short, there's hardly anything to get a hold of. You know, nothing to really work with, so it makes it really difficult. You see there? That's really tight. And then this has got to turn like that to plug it right into the light. So let's see if we can find it where it goes. There we go. There we go. That's in. And you see how that is? And that just does not look good. So I think I'll put an outlet box here. And then that can come out of the outlet box and into the light. That will look professional-ish. Alright. So, moment of truth, pretty quick, right? I mean, because of the video, that probably took half hour. You know, if I would have not been messing around with the camera and whatnot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set you up so you can see it. There you go. So let's see if I can get my hand in here. There's your LED light, obviously, with that bad wire looking thing. There's your fluorescent light. Alrighty, here we go. Woo. Well, the camera doesn't really do it justice, but wow, 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 what a difference that makes. That is super, super bright. I mean, wow. I'm thinking I might only put in 6 of these lights. You know, I had 8 of the fluorescent doohickeys. I might only put in 6 of these, 2 in each bay. Bad thing is, this light is more over the work surface, and so I'll end up with a shadow when I'm over my bench over here. And that would be a bad thing. I don't know. I might have to play with it. But that light is awesome. Whew! I love it. Anyways, I think that might be all I do for now. I'm going to check with the missus because we got a birthday party to go to. And, you know, I'm going to come back though. I'm going to show you how to daisy chain another one to it. Over in the end section, back in that section back there where the TV's at. You see, let's see, where's that? Right here. Get my big belly out of the way. Right there. I'm going to daisy chain this one to that one. So that fluorescent's going to come down and another LED is going in there. And I might do that today and I'll show you how to do that. And then, you know, after that, it's rinse and repeat. You don't need to be bored to see it all. I guess when I'm done, I'll show them all to you. And I got a feeling it's going to be too bright. I might have to, I do have 2 circuits that these lights are on. So I might keep it that way. That way I only have to turn on half of them at a time. But I think if I turn them all on, especially if I did 8 of them, it's going to be way too bright. I mean, you can tell by how much shadow it's putting on my face, which is probably a good thing. Anyway, all right, I'll be back and show you how to daisy chain a couple together. All right, well, hey, I got another one wired in. So then I figured out what circuits I'm going to do what, but this one was another hardwired one, so I didn't want to show it to you. Here's the extension cables so you can wire them in series. It comes with a little 3-pin cable on each end. I'm going to do one of those next. And I got here a paddle bit with a screw tip. These things can get away from you, so you know, they're pretty strong. Once they bite in, it's a bear. You better be holding on. Anyways, 11/16 bit should be just the right diameter hole to slide this through. So I actually am going to share this with you and drill a hole and put the next light. I won't show you I'm taking the other one down, but I am going to show you that how they're connected together as I connect them. So bear with me and we'll get this set up and show you how it's done. Okay, here you see where I have the old fluorescent fixture here, and it's in a straight line, but I just got to drill a hole through this truss system here over to this LED light that I first showed you, the first one I put in. So hopefully this cable is going to reach between the two. I might have to cheat this light this direction a little bit, but that shouldn't be a problem because they're on those metal clips, and they can just slide in that clip. But I'm going to do the same measurement and center it up, and yeah, so I'm going to get that one down first, and then I'll drill the hole, and I guess I'll pick it back up from where I'm drilling the hole. All right, I got the got the old fluorescent light down. I hung up the new LED bulb that I'm going to daisy chain to this one right through there. And you notice these cables here, these were from the old light fixture. What I've decided to do, I'm going to change this circuit out. It's a different switch than this light, so I'm going to use this for perimeter lighting and then use this circuit for overall general shop light. So that's how I'm going to get my circuits separated so I don't turn on all 8 lights at the same time. Okay, so drill a hole up in here with the 11/16 paddle bit. Don't be surprised if it grabs hold of me as I'm drilling it. But... all right, let's see here. Let's go over here on the light side. Hopefully that fits. Guess I could have drilled a hole through a test one and tried it. Again, and I was talking about buying some longer wires that I could take this into a junction box and then hardwire. they gave me at least 10 of these. And I'm probably only going to use 3 or 4 of them. So I could cut these. It's exactly the same wire. It's just already got 2 ends on it. But it's exactly the same wire as the stubbies they provided. So I could cut it to any length I want. So I'll be able to clean up that very first one I did by running it back into the junction box. But I'll do that at a later time. Maybe show you at the end that I cleaned it up. But for now, I'm going to use this one up here. Probably going to need some clips to hold the wire up in place, but you know, for just first shot, we'll just, oh, perfect fit. Yep, perfect fit. I don't know if y'all can see it coming through or not. And just plug it into there. Pretty simple. Yeah, we'll just clean that up, so it'll be nice to clip that up there so it hangs, it's not hanging loose like that. Hopefully that's long enough. Looks like it's going to be close, but I can cheat the lights towards each other. Oh yeah, should be plenty long. Perfection. Perfection. Should come right on as I'm plugging it in. Voila. Very simple. That's almost perfect, actually. I just want to clean that up a little bit. But yeah, you can see the slop in that. Right, perfect. Well, that's three lights. I've probably been working on this for about an hour. Off and on, stopping and starting the video just to get my supplies laid out. But man, oh man, what a difference it makes already. So there's the shop with those lights on that side. Nice. And here's the side without those lights. Yeah, that window's not really showing you. It's a lot of sun coming in today. Just a world of difference. This side's pretty dark. This side's much brighter. And that's only with just the 3. So I still got another one to put right there. That's going to be on that circuit that I freed up right here. So I'm going to reverse where this wire is coming from. And then so that one will be on the separate circuit along with that one. And I may, I'm not sure which circuit I'm going to put this one. There's one above the garage door opener. That's not wired at all because I stole that circuit for the garage door opener. Probably put that on the overall shop light. Anyways, yeah, looking pretty good. Really happy with these lights. You know, just for the shop, I got 170 bucks into it probably. So, well, money well spent. But okay, well, here we are now with just 5 of the possible 8 lights that are up. Got one back there. Got one there. One there. You see the old fluorescent that's got to come down. And then I fixed the one above the garage door and I tied it through. You see the white line going there over to here. And they aren't daisy chained. I actually have a junction box here. And I wanted to go up and show you the wiring on the junction box. For those of you who don't know, when I was saying black to black, white to white, here you go. Here's your white wires all tied together. If you look here, there's the one that's going over to the one behind the garage door. This one's feeding over to this one. Coming in, here's the main electrical from the circuit breaker panel. And the 3 wires fit nicely in one of these yellow caps. I think this is made for 2 12s or 2 14s. But the wires that are inside of the light, the provided cables, you know, they're pretty small gauge. So there you go. Wire nuts. Now the wire nuts do not come in the kit, so you will need to have some of these to wire these together like this. Black to black, green to green. Just like I said, wired together. I'll be able to close that up in a junction box and be nice and neat and clean. I will tack these up too to finish that off. But that's what I was talking about, bringing them to the junction box. So far, I haven't bought any extra cable. This is just the wire that was provided. This was one of the daisy chain cables. I just cut it and then wired it into the junction. I had to use 2 of them to get the two lights together into the one junction box, but that worked out really nice. Didn't have to buy anything. The next one down the row that's going to go into that last section where it's dark still, that'll be a daisy chain. I'll just drill a hole right up above that Dos Equis sign. Okay, welcome back to day 2 on the fluorescent light change out to the LEDs. I got 3 more fixtures to do. This was the last one on switch number 1 or 1 circuit. So right now it's wired to a circuit that I've already disabled on the other side. So this one's completely safe. That's why it's off. So I'm just gonna let y'all see me take it down just to add it to the video. And then this will be a daisy chain off of the light that's on this side. So we'll just go follow that roof joist right there, truss, right through the truss, and yeah, get it all connected up. So this will probably be a place where I can do a time lapse. They stoked the fire about an hour ago and it's already pretty warm in here, so shed some layers. Another thing I did to make sure my clips are all in alignment down the length of the 2x6, made a measurement of half of the distance of the 2x6, so 3/4 of an inch because they're 1.5 inches wide. Then I can just make a little T cross and then all my screws will be dead center of the 2x6. And the clips will be in alignment. So made it a little easier than guessing. I mean, I did a couple of them without doing this. They came out fine, but this is a little more accurate and they're straight on that way. What in the tarnation? You did not just see that. I put that on the wrong 2x6. You see on this one. Well, DIY at its best. Okay, take 2. So I moved the clips from this one to this one. First clue was where the old wire was, even though I'm abandoning that wire. Anyways, also wanted to show these are just dust covers. They go on the end, at the very end of a series of lights. So, same size as the little cable that goes into there. So, push that in there, that'll keep that nice and clean. Alright, put this back up. That didn't set me back too long. It only took 5 minutes to move them over. So not a big deal. All right, here we go. Already connected it to the other light. So this should fire right up as soon as I plug it in. And there you go. Boom. Now that completes the main lights for the building. So I'll just kind of show you around here again. Get into a place where I can see the whole building. Pretty well lit now. And that's 6 lights versus 8. And you see that, but I am going to put 2 more lights in, so I can run this down to just run the system on 2 lights, which will be plenty if I'm just coming out to the beer fridge in the evening and grabbing a cold snack. Yeah, I like it a lot. Far superior than the fluorescent lights. Yeah, that's technology for you. Okay, I'll do a little prep work for the next segment, and then I'll come back to you. All right. Just wanted to update you on the final installation of the lights. I had this recorded earlier, but then realized that I had the radio playing and I did not want to have any copyright laws infringed upon, so I decided to re-record this segment. So this was the first section of lights that I did. It's the 6 LEDs. There's 2 in each bay. There's 3 bays. So there's 2 in this bay, 1 and 2. And then 2 in this bay, 1 there, 1 there, and a straight line down into the 3rd bay. Excuse the shop, it's a bit of a mess. I've already started the next project. When last I left you, I still had to install the outer lights into the next circuit, and there's that, for a total of 8 lights. So that's with everything on, clear and bright. I think it looks great. Try not to show too many of my work surfaces are covered. But if I just turn off the larger circuit and only run the 2, this is plenty of night light to come out at night, get to the shop, get to the freezer or the cold snack box. And well, there you see my mess. I got all kinds of stuff going on. In my next video, you're going to see me working on these cabinets that I'm building for the back wall. I'm a little further along on these ones. Still got to do face frame shelves and actually have a bench top there. And on my bench top, let me turn the light back on here. On the bench top is what I did with the wiring. In order to not have any wires sagging down, I use these clips here, and I think I bought these at Home Depot. They're made for an RG59, I believe, coax cable. You know, I got this whole package of them. There was probably like 100 connectors for just a couple bucks. Comes with the package of nails, and you just put it together. But as you'll see, as I go up here, I got 2 clips between the light and the junction box. And this was that first light I did where I had the pigtail right in this area and thought I was going to go back and redo it. And this thing's refocusing because of my hand. But I ended up having plenty of extra wire for the daisy chain cables. And yeah, just ended up putting it together with one of those. Just cut it to length And so that made for a nice, neat installation. So once again, just to recap, the kit came with 3 different types of cables. It came with the daisy chain cable, which is between 5 to 6 feet long, you know, with the connectors on each end. It came with a little pigtail to be hardwired into a circuit. And, you know, if you happen to be really close to your junction box, that would have worked, but it didn't really work for me. So what I ended up doing is cutting mine down, cutting a couple of these down to get to my junction box, and that worked really well. So I didn't have to buy anything extra. It came with these here clips to hang the lights from with screws. It also came with, if you wanted to plug these directly into an outlet, this is about a 10-foot cable. I didn't use any of these, but you know, I could have actually used them for shorter length pigtails, longer than this, without having to cut up one of these. Anyways, it has an actual switch in it, so you can plug it into the outlet and be able to control the light on and off. And if you had them daisy chained, this one switch could control several lights. So that could work for some folks. If I didn't already have it hardwired on the fluorescence, I would have used that. Also, you can connect up to 3 lights in a row with these little barrel connectors. Just end to end, plug those lights together with that. And for the end of a run, you have the caps to cap off the plug on the end of the light switch. What you will not have, and what you will need, is you're going to have some way of dressing the cable that's hanging either from the ceiling or on the wall. These little RG59 cable, coax cable clips are perfect for that. They come with a little bag of nails. There was about 100 in a bag. Probably, I don't know, I've had them for years, but I bet I paid less than $5 for that. So get a bag of those. You know, again, if you're hardwiring, you're going to need some kind of wire nut to put it on. Now there's a new type out that I'm probably going to start buying, where you actually just stick the wire in and twist down a screw, and it holds it in place or locks it in place. Or it's got a flip down lever, I think, actually, that locks the wires in place. Kind of makes these kind of wire nuts obsolete, but I had a bag of them, and I think these are quite a bit cheaper. So yeah, I use this size. It's a 2210 AWG, so it says you can hold 2 number 22 wires or 3 number 12 wires. So, you know, this is perfect for the job. You can put up to, you know, 2 of these wires together with a common Romex wire. Okay, well, I hope this helped y'all and gives you the information you need to take on your own LED wiring project.